Hello everyone, this is Carnage Panda, and I am so excited to be playing this with all of you because this is the game that got me into RPGs back in the early 90s when I was a wee little lad of only, I don't know, 9 or 10. I just use that age for everything of when I was a kid. I was always 10 years old, you know. All those other numbers I could have been, all those other ages, nope, I was just 10. So I rented this game from a Blockbuster or something, you know, one of those foreign things that no longer exist. And me and my friends got together and we were like trying to figure out how to play this game, and none of us could figure out how to play it because we had never experienced anything like it. So naturally we were like, this game sucks. But then one of my friends was like, oh wait, I get it. You do this and then it does that. And from there, we were able to figure it out. And this just became like a fever pitch thing between me and my one friend. And Final Fantasy was like everything we lived, breathed, and ate. We couldn't get enough of this. Unfortunately, we didn't actually have copies. But then my friend, his mom got him a copy of it, and it was a box copy from the store. It had all the manuals and stuff in it. And later on, when I moved away and my mom remarried, she was like, you know what? He really likes this game. And my stepdad bought me the same thing. You know, I actually got a box copy of Final Fantasy. But since I was a kid, I was really stupid and sold it off at a garage sale, you know. It's probably going for hundreds of dollars these days. A box copy of Final Fantasy from the NES with all the stuff in it, and I had that, and a bunch of other games that I had box copies of that I just sold off at a garage sale because I don't know if I wanted an SNES and more SNES games at the time, or if the PlayStation had just come out and I wanted to get games for that. Unfortunately, I got tricked into selling off games for less than what I'd get for them in the future. But, you know, now we've got a PC release, which is really good because I've wanted these on the PC for the longest time. They released the 3 and 4 remasters or remakes or whatever they are for the DS on the PC, but I don't really like those games. I do not enjoy them at all. Now, I did play a bit of this, and there have been some changes, some for the better and some for the... I don't know, it makes the game a little too easy, but I guess let's just get into it. We're going to start a new game here. And right from the get-go, you get to collect them all. Like it's like Pokemon. No, you get to choose your own party of 4 different members. Unfortunately, there are 6 different classes, so let's go over. Okay, so as you can see, there are 6 classes, and we can only choose for 4 of them, so... Naturally, some things are going to get cut out. You could do, like, a team of all warriors if you wanted, a team of all black mages. So you could only be playing as one class, but I'm going to do 4 different classes. Now, the warrior, he's a good tank. He has a mediocre offense, but most of it is just huge HP growth and heavy armor, so he could just stand in the front and just take all the hits. The thief, he used to suck. He was really bad. Nobody wanted to play as him. But this is what I want to see, a thief with blue hair. I think in the PlayStation, he had brown hair. No, he had a green bandana. And brown, yeah, green hair and brown hair. But he needs blue hair. Blue hair is his sign of power. The thief in this version actually got some buffs. And speaking of that, the warrior got nerfed. His offense is no longer as good. The thief has some amazing offense and a few other things I'll go through while going through gameplay. Now you also have the monk. Monks are good at hitting things with their bare fists and doing flying dragon kicks through the air. You don't even have to buy equipment for these guys to be good. You can just go in with a team of 4 monks and eventually they'll be strong enough to one-shot everything in the game. Now, your red mage is a jack of all trades. He does everything, but, you know, every other class does what he does better. So the red mage has a good selection of weapons and armor. He has some melee attacks to supplement. He has white and black magic that he could choose from. But unfortunately, he's not going to be as good as the other classes. He's not going to get to those top tier equipment, and he's not going to get to the top tier spells. And yes, there are spells that are exclusive to the white mage and black mage that he cannot even learn, which are actually pretty good. White mage, support spells, and healing. That's basically it. That's all you get out of your white mage. Now the black mage, you know, the black mage is your murder nuker. That's what they do. They go in, they throw down explosions and kill everything, and the rest of your guys are supposed to do the mop-up duty while he's over there eating cookies in the corner. Anyway, I'm gonna choose the warrior, and I'm just gonna go with anime names since anime and manga is what I know best. So our warrior, oh yeah, I have to use the keyboard for this. Our warrior is gonna be named Guts, and you know, Guts is from Berserk. He likes to kill demons, and he's really good at swinging really big swords. So we have our warrior Guts. I'm also gonna go with the thief. Actually, I'm just gonna go with the default party here because this is not something that I normally do, and I'll get into the normal party that I choose in the past and the reasoning of why I did that. They've made a lot of improvements to classes and nerfed the warrior, who used to be the best class, the only class that you needed. So I'm going to pick up a thief, and we're going to name him Sasuke because everybody dislikes the thief, and he's really edgy. Now, I'm also going to pick up a white mage, and our white mage will be Sei. Sasuke's from Naruto, by the way, if you don't know that. Sei is from a light novel series called The Saint's Magic Power is Omnipotent, and she's a healer, so it's obvious. And lastly, our black mage is going to be Megumin. That's from Konosuba. She likes explosions. Unfortunately, Megumin is going to have to learn more than explosion magic because explosion magic is really far off in the game. And while it would be hilarious for me to tow a black mage down into the dungeons that didn't know how to do anything for like 99% of the game until I could pick up the explosion magic, I just don't want to deal with that. It's not going to be fun. Oh, so we get a cutscene. The world lies shrouded in darkness. The winds die. Very extended cutscene, by the way. The seas rage. The earth decays. The fire burns. If that's not the last line, I'm gonna be disappointed. But the people believe in a prophecy, patiently awaiting its fulfillment. They don't even care about fire. They're like, yeah, fire, nobody cares about you. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. After a long journey, 4 young travelers did at last appear. And in the hand of each was clutched a crystal. Yay, crystals! They're no longer orbs. They were always crystals. But our translation was that they're orbs. Oh, they're gonna give us a tutorial. How you play the game. I've already changed some things because I didn't like the face buttons the way they were, so I changed them around. As I should have. Alright, and like every Final Fantasy game, just kidding. This one just drops you down in the starting city, so we're gonna go in there, get our equipments and everything, and probably talk to some people, because in old school JRPGs they actually said useful stuff, and I want to slow this play down a little bit. This is Cordelia, the City of Dreams. Really? Oh yeah, we can move diagonally now, because we're madmen. Hi there, I'm a dancer. What's that? You want to dance with me? Hee hee. I once lived far to the east of here in the harbor city of Provoca. These days I hear it's turned into a pirate's den. Please rescue Lady Sarah. The king truly believes in Lucan's prophecy that the warriors of light will come to save the princess. Yeah, so I'm gonna play through these. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna get through all 6 pixel remasters, because only the first 3 are available right now. I actually did buy them, but I'm gonna finish this one, then move on to 2 and move on to 3. I'll give you my thoughts about 2 and 3 when I'm playing them. Okay, oh please, you must rescue the princess. And I'm also waiting for Final Fantasy 16 to come out, which I assume I'm just gonna be waiting until the PC version drops, because it's impossible to get a PS5. Sage Lucan said something about finding the Crescent Moon, then he just up and left town. Restore the crystals to grace. What about the well? It's a well. It looks like you could climb inside, but you can't. Really? Alright, so let's pick up some weapons and armor. One of the balancing changes they did is that they actually made everything cheaper in the game. So all the armor, weapons, and spells that you could buy are cheaper than the OG version. I think these cost like double in the OG. Chainmail would be $130. Actually, I think everything just costs double. So we're going to pick up some chainmail for our warrior, some leather armor for our thief, and they've already got clothes on. And let's see. I guess I'll pick up a hammer for the white mage and 2 rapiers for these mad lads in the front. And then we'll move on to magic spells. Alright, so how they do magic in this game is it's very D&D inspired. In fact, the whole game is D&D inspired. It's more of a dungeon crawler than... there's story there, but it's mostly a dungeon crawler. So how they do it is it's spells per day. You have charges for every level, and all of the spells on that level use up the same charges. So I could cast Cure and Dia here, and they would take up 2 different charges if I cast them, and then I'd have to go to the inn and rest. I know people aren't the biggest fan of that sort of system. And speaking of which, that's why in other playthroughs I would always pick the red mage and never go with the white and black mage, but I actually want to play around with the spells this time. So I'm going to pick up Cure, Dia, and Protect. Blink is only single target, and it's not really that good. There's actually a higher level Blink that affects the entire party, so I'm not even going to pick this one up. Yeah, and spells cost 100 gil in the first game. This is the first game. So we're going to pick up Fire, Sleep, and Thunder. Sleep is really good because it's a multi-target spell that'll hit all the enemies. And these are just good for damage, because the Black Mage, he is really bad at hitting things with his daggers. Canes or whatever they're going to give him. So we're just going to hit Optimum on... They gave him a staff, okay. And we're out of money. I guess we have to talk to this guy. The king is searching for the prophesied warriors of light. Those crystals, you must see the king at once. Welcome, travelers. I am told you carry crystals. Is this true? Yes. It's just as Lucan's prophecy foretold. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. Your Majesty, we cannot be certain that these are the warriors foretold by the prophecy. Oh my god, dude, they have the crystals, and there's 4 of them. Are you... Yet they stand before us with the crystals. I cannot dismiss this as mere coincidence. Crystal Bearers, there's a task I would ask of you. Will you rescue my daughter Sarah? Garland, a knight once in His Majesty's service, has abducted Princess Sarah. I ask for your aid in the name of His Majesty, the King of Cornelia. Garland has taken refuge in the Chaos Shrine, which lies to our north. Of course, we did attempt to save the princess ourselves. But Garland is the finest swordsman in the kingdom. We have none who can match him. I have heard that you wish to journey to the continent to our north. The bridge leading north was lost long ago, making passage impossible. If you could rescue Sarah, I will have the bridge rebuilt as a token of my gratitude. Go now, Warriors of Light, and do not fail me. The Warriors of Light have come at last! How long have we waited for this day to come? Garland is no longer the man I once knew. I beg of you, please return my daughter to me quickly. The dancing girl in town knows many odd bits of information. If you find yourself astray, try talking to her. She may know something that can put you back on course. Okay, so the other game I'm waiting for, even though it got memed to hell, is The Stranger of Paradise, the action game from Team Ninja. I'm gonna try to keep the, oh, we're here to kill chaos down to a minimum, because that's basically like gonna be the first 30 minutes to an hour of this game. Our reports say that Garland fled north with the princess to the Chaos Shrine. Okay, let's go back downstairs and talk to some more people. The king is searching for the prophesied Warriors of Light. He already met them. Those crystals, could it be? I do like this redone music. Her Majesty's overcome with grief. She shut herself inside her chambers. Please try not to upset her. I am Jane, Queen of Cornelia. Please bring my daughter, my Sarah, back to me safely. I don't know, maybe I should give the women deeper voices than the men. Please save Lady Sarah. I think one of these two is actually invisible in the original game. Garland was once the greatest knight in the kingdom, but power consumed him and he lost sight of who he really was. So he went to the Chaos Shrine and ate cookies all day. Yes, we know about him wanting the Warriors of Light. My sister. I want my sister. Aw, she's too adorable. We could also run in this game, because we're mad lads! And this is a long hallway. Okay, we can't go that way. Our ancestors sealed weapons within this treasure room for 400 years ago. They then gave the key to the Elf King to hold until the coming of the Warriors of Light. Okay, he says the same thing. Yeah, this door has been secured with the Mystic Key, so later we'll find the Mystic Key and then we'll loot everything in there. There's a few doors locked by the Mystic Key, and I'm not sure if there's doors locked later in the game that you can unlock with the Mystic Key. So yeah, one of the changes in this game is that they like reduced the amount of XP you need to get to the next level by half. So you just level up like a madman in this game. One of the reasons I'm bringing a thief along is you can see that he's already getting 2 hits. He has a huge agility stat, and they've reworked the way that getting multiple hits work in this game so that he's actually above average on his damage. I would say that for the majority of the game, that him and the monk are the best damage in the game. And one other thing is that for preemptive strikes and ambushes, it's based off of characters' luck plus agility, which the thief really excels in. Those are his 2 best stats. You can see now that we've got a level up. Every class is weighted towards these 5 stats on the right side. They have a better chance of getting increases in there. Now, every level, it's random what stats will go up. and they don't always go up. You can get level ups where you don't get any stats at all except for HP. And HP growth is kind of weird too. Guts here actually got a pretty good level up for HP. And he's actually pretty weighted towards strength and stamina going up. Those are his two most important stats as a warrior. Now, Sasuke here, since he's a thief, oh, he got a really good level up. The thief's HP growth is kind of terrible. Most important stats for the thief are agility and luck, and since those are what dictate whether you're going to get a preemptive strike or a ambush, what I found during my playtesting is in the past ones, the guy in the lead, it was checked there. And I don't know if this is true or not, because I was getting a hell of a lot of preemptive attacks, and I barely ever got ambushed. But since his agility and luck are so high, I think it just checks everybody's agility and luck. White Mage, basically just intellect is all you're worried about. White Mage will never be good at anything except healing. They do get some damage spells like Dia, which are used for nuking undead, like the clerics get to turn undead in D&D, but mostly they'll just be doing supportive buffing and healing. And the Black Mage has terrible HP growth, as you can see there. Only got 1 HP, but all we're worried about is getting the intellect up for just tearing the battlefield apart, which is going to take a while. I don't think I can do it until I start getting level 3 spells. Actually, let me go back towards the town because I want to actually heal up at the end. And you know what? Let me just abuse auto battle, which is another great change in this edition. Just save time. It'll remember the last commands you put in for the characters, and you could just hammer on auto button by pressing square or whatever you mapped it to, and it'll just take care of it, and battles will be a breeze. Like these battles. I just want to get to level 3 before I go into the Shrine of Chaos, because it's actually pretty tough in there. And I also want to... Let me see what I've got on items. I have no potions and no antidotes. And in my playtesting, I found that a lot of these guys up here are poison, and that really wreaks havoc on my strategy. So I want to get up to level 3, get a little HP growth going, get a little better stats. Did their spell charges go up? Okay, they can cast level 2 spells now. That's unfortunate. Level 2 spells. I didn't think that, well, that is one of the problems with this game, because in the OG game, I would complete it around level 30, and since the XP requirements were halved, you just fly up levels and you'll start getting spell charges for levels of magic that you're not able to even get for a little while. Yeah, take him out, mage. Yeah, the warrior is so good. So, how this game, it has a lineup feature, how it figures out who's going to get damaged. It does it by position, so in position 1, you take your character is 50% likely to take a hit. So I always want to put my warrior there because he's the best tank in the game, gets the best armor, has huge HP growth. And in position 2 where my thief is, now he's not a very good tank. He's good at doing damage, but he's not a very good tank. They get 25% of the hits. Now I have him in position 2 because unfortunately, the White Mage and Black Mage have the worst armor in the game, and the Thief actually has better armor. And I do not want my White Mage going down for one thing, because that's the healer, and the Black Mage can bail me out by just doing multi-target attacks that'll kill everything. So we can see, yeah, we're not getting good HP growth here, and Megumin is just suffering. I want to go back into town and get a few potions and antidotes just in case I get poisoned or need to heal for whatever reason. I do have some cure charges. You know what? I'll buy one. You know, I think I'm going to get one up there, so I'm just going to buy like 2 antidotes and 2 potions. I'll get 3 potions since I can afford it. So anyway, let's make our way back up to the Shrine of Chaos, and that'll probably be a good place to end this episode. Before I go in there to kill Chaos. Kind of glad that the last no, let's not do this. The last two positions only take 12.5% of attacks, because I do not want my Black Mage, who has like no HP here, getting messed up. Anyway, this is a good point to stop. Leave a like, comment, or subscribe down below. Everybody have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all next time.